Coronavirus disease 2019, or known as COVID-19, is an infectious disease caused by severe acute respiratory syndrome. It was first identified in December 2019 in Wuhan, China. It has since spread globally, resulting in an ongoing pandemic. As of 13 May 2020, more than 4.26 million cases have been reported across 187 countries and territories, resulting in more than 291,000 deaths. More than 1.49 million people have recovered. Common symptoms include fever, cough, fatigue, shortness of breath, and loss of smell and taste. The virus is primarily spread between people during close contact, most often via small droplets produced by coughing, sneezing, and talking. The COVID-19 pandemic was confirmed to have reached Malaysia in January 2020, when it was detected on travelers from China arriving via Singapore on 25th January, following the outbreak of COVID-19 in Hubei, China. Reported cases remain relatively low and were largely confined to imported cases until localized clusters began to emerge in March. The largest cluster was linked to a tabligh Jumat religious gathering held in Sri Petaling, Kuala Lumpur in late February and early March, leading to a massive spike in local cases and exportation of cases to neighboring countries. As jump in cases begins to occur in early March, the Yang di-Pertuan Agong expressed great concern over the escalation of the outbreak. Measures to combat the outbreak were later announced by the Prime Minister of Malaysia via live nationwide telecast on 13 March 2020, a nationwide Movement Control Order (MCO). On 25 March, the MCO was extended by an additional 2 weeks until 14 April. As the rate of new cases per daily remained consistently high, considerations have been made to extend the lockdown until late April or May, as the World Health Organization projects that the number of cases in Malaysia is expected to peak in mid-April. Subsequently, the MCO was announced to be extended until 28 April on 10 April. The extended again to 12 May on 23 April. A plan to seize the lockdown by allowing businesses to open on 4 May was announced on the 1st of May. As of February 2020, 70% of Malaysians respondents believed that the national economy would be greatly impacted by the COVID-19 outbreak. Bank Negara Malaysia stated that the coronavirus outbreak will affect Malaysia's economic growth in Q1 2020. Travel and tourism and associated sectors are predicted to be among the most affected industries in Malaysia, as Malaysia's biggest tourist numbers are coming from Wuhan, China.
Manufacturing is key sector for Malaysia. So, manufacturing could be affect economy of our country. Malaysia is also a destination for foreign direct investment in the manufacturing sector. So, if Malaysia cannot produce product to abroad, it will be decrease our country's GDP, and it will directly affect our country's economy. Besides that, Malaysia is one of the famous tourist destinations. So far, the worst hit sector is tourism industry, because they have to cancel all of the booking due to the COVID-19. Other than that, many hotels are struggled since the government has been banned all the entry. Some of the hotel have to maintain the business, so those hotels are willing to use as a quarantine centers for Malaysians that come back from abroad. So that's all for my presentation. Thank you.
Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, many orders for foreign e-commerce companies have been delayed, affecting revenue and cash flow. This has also caused serious damage to the supplier and demand chain of the Malaysia e-commerce industry. After the implementation of MCO, people's consumption habits have also changed. With the increasing uncertainty about job security and income, people have started to save more, and they mainly buy basic necessities such as groceries, household goods, and even health products. Due to the impact of the pandemic, many large service companies have increased customer trust through their delivery service and prevention facilities, which has relatively increased customer demand. During the outbreak, some service companies are still improving their service for customers, such as Deliver.It.My, Foodpanda, Grab, and Damakan also announced their food delivery service will continue as usual. That's all. Thank you.
My name is Wei Kang. The other discussion is impact to small and medium enterprise in Malaysian economy. The short form for small and medium enterprise is called SME. The SME play an important role in the development and growth of the Malaysian economy. Due to the MCO, people are forced to stay at home. Because of that, people can't go outside to buy and play. This causes most of the SME can't operate their business because there will be no people come for service. Among of the problems faced by SME during the MCO include fewer requests for their service, cancellation of order, reduction in client spending, and clients are avoid face-to-face meeting. Those problems have made most SME have no cash inflow and is a big impact to Malaysian economy. Other than that, because most of the SME not earn any money, they are unable to pay their worker and cause those SME have to unemployment. The unemployment rate in March 2020 increased to 3.9% and caused the Malaysian government have to give more money to help those employees. This is my point. Thank you. Now I pass to my friend.
In conclusion, it can be said that the COVID-19 pandemic has dealt a very heavy blow to the Malaysian economy, almost paralyzing it. This has not only devastated the Malaysian economy, but has also made a lot of people face unemployment. Due to this factor, unemployment rates in Malaysia are at an all-time high, and people are finding it increasingly difficult to balance the savings that they have. This is because not many have prepared for such an eventuality. The most severely affected industry is the small and medium enterprise industry. This industry has suffered terribly due to the fact that a lot of people have been put out of business ever since the movement control order was put in place. This has caused a terrible loss in revenue for them. Realizing this, the government announced the Bantuan Prihatin Nasional, a once-off economic stimulus package in order to help ease the economic burden faced by citizens during this COVID-19 pandemic. It can be said that the Malaysian economy is slowly recovering due to certain policies put in place in the conditional movement control order. Businesses are being allowed to open subject to strict terms and conditions. However, this is far from confidently saying that the Malaysian economy will make a full recovery. It is up to us citizens to act responsibly and adhere to all the policies set by the government in order to ensure that the Malaysian economy will return back to its previous state and once and for all be able to eradicate the COVID-19 pandemic from our shores. How has COVID-19 affected the SME or small medium enterprise industry in Malaysia?
SME have effect in terms of profit and reduce the non-existent cash flow as most SME are considered non-essential business and were therefore ordered to close at the very beginning of the MCO.
Has there been any efforts made by the government to help reduce the economic burden faced by citizens during this COVID-19 pandemic?
The government has given food supplies to the B40 groups worth up to 100 ringgit per family. The government has also given surgical face masks to every household nationwide.
Although the COVID-19 pandemic has affected the Malaysian economy very badly, we have heard that certain industries have actually made profits during this time. Can you please list down a few of these industries?
Example of the industry are surgical mask industry, hand sanitizer company, food companies such as McDonald's, KFC, Domino's Pizza, food delivery companies such as Foodpanda and GrabFood.